This is Serena. I have been riding her for a few weeks, and I'm having some issues getting her to bridle up and really getting her to move correctly. She's been looked at already for some issues in her left hip, and then this ride I have her on my low port grazing bit. I'm trying to get a little bit more leverage to get her to round her body so she can use it correctly. And you'll see here in just a minute that her lope is very different one direction than the other direction. It could be that it's conformation, but I'm trying to find out if it's something else. If something else is going on. I have MagnaWave planned for her on Wednesday, and we're going to watch her move and talk about what we see and see what we can figure out. I'm leaving this all uncut even when she goes off the screen. Hopefully you can get a feeling of her rhythm. And as she goes around, watch her head and neck is the most obvious part because that's where you see a lot of resistance. But watch her back, her shoulders, and her front end. Her back, her shoulders, and her back end. That's where we're going to see how the stride is going. I've talked about in the past that when they're stiff on a particular leg, that stiffness comes and goes along with the resistance in the face. That's not the case in her situation, and that's why this situation is different. She needs to be rounder. It's possible, as long as I've been working on this, she should be round. She should be rounder. So I'm suspecting that whatever is going on is affecting that. Now, if I just give her a slack rein and let her move on a loose rein, the head stuff goes away, but the movement really doesn't change. Before I started this video, I'd walked her for a few minutes, and now you see I'm trotting her around. There is some body stiffness that comes and goes with the face stiffness, but there's another issue going on, I believe. Right there, I had her on the loose rein, and she kind of got a little bit more rhythmic, but she's still a little bit off. And I'm not talking about off like lame off, it's off in movement off. It's two different things. In just a minute I'm going to lope her some, and it's more exaggerated to lope. It's a little bit easier to see when I'm in the big arena because there's a bigger space, but it's so far away from the camera in the big arena I really can't get a good video of it. What you can't really see here is I have to use a lot of spur to keep her going. Whether that's related or not, I'm not really sure. I really think that part of what's going on, she needs to be more round, but there seems to be a reason why she's not wanting to get round, because she should be more round by now than what she is. Now I'm asking for a little faster trot. We're going to lope here in just a minute. There we go. Now we're in the left lead. This is the lead that seems worse than the other. She's fallen in pretty bad. I think that could be related. You see when we go the other direction, she's not going to be falling in as bad. Most of the time that falling in is related to fitness. But in her case, as much as I've been riding her, fitness shouldn't be an issue. Now we're going to lope a little bit the other way, I believe. There. The departure was better. She kind of got inverted a little bit there. But look how much more rhythmic it all is going this direction. She doesn't look like she's struggling as much to go this direction forward, and she's also going straighter and not falling in as much. With this type of behavior, I don't really think the issue is with a lower leg, like hocks or stifles or knees or anything like that. I'm wondering if the issue might be higher, but I really don't believe the issue is like kissing spine in the spine, because if that was the case, it would be a little bit more the same issue on both sides. It wouldn't be so much to one side. I guess it's possible it would be kissing spine, but on the side of the spine, but that's not how that normally presents, and she really doesn't act in pain. Now here I'm going to do some counter bending and bending exercises. If the issue was like on the side of the spine, it should show here. Really all I'm getting is some resistance. The way it feels when I'm riding her, if you've ridden different types of horses, like pleasure horses, halter horses, performance horses, race horses, those different kind of categories of horses, she feels like a performance horse moving in the front and a halter horse moving in the back. That's what she feels like. And it's all possibly could be conformation and how she's built, but when you look at how she's built, I don't see it that way. I don't see it in her conformation. So here in the bending exercise, she's pushing on my hands a little bit. I really don't feel her tense up when I get her body in any particular place. Like if there was a place on her spine that she knew if she bent this way she was going to get sore, really avoiding that direction because she knows it's going to hurt. I'm not feeling that. So I'm kind of at a loss with her. I have MagnaWave coming Wednesday to MagnaWave her. The good thing about MagnaWave is if it's a muscle issue, they can usually isolate exactly which muscle it is, and that should help us narrow down at least what direction to go in. If we isolate a particular area, even if it's a joint somewhere, we should be able to isolate which muscle that it's sore, and then at least give us an area of where to look. So this is Serena. I'll put a link to her playlist up top. Until next time, thank you for watching.